Small self is awakening. It's back to, I now spend my time studying, reading, working, doing all this stuff. I now have a whole new system of thought that I've put over what?
What I already have.
What you already have. And does it remove what you already have?
No.
No. That's why we can't get happy from doing this. So the awakening of the self is actually, as you said, experiential. There has to be what I've been talking about, a break, a crack, a something. Something has to occur. Because what is the self that we're talking about? And this is where so many people get confused. There's so many people get confused. Awakening of the self. Does that mean that my small self is now awake?
No. No.
How many people, when they first saw this, thought this?
Sure.
Yes, that's what most people do. That's what the New Age tends to end up, that you're going to have an enlightened small self. A fabulous small self. And you're going to get what you want, you're going to think what you want. When they say, that's why language can so imprison us. Because we all say the word I, we all say self. But when we're talking about, we have to be really clear that one is not the same as the other. There's self, which is the small, what I call the small self. We can call it the, I call it the small self. Okay? Shrunken self. It's our character. It is filled with all of our ideas, and it is made up of our psychic instrument, which is the data collector, the intellect that makes decisions, and the ego that makes identifies. And what happens is, what is that small self? The small self is what we have decided, what we have picked and chosen to call ourselves. So what we've done is we've built a prison, and we jumped in, and we go, me, I, self. So the awakening of it, is it then that self who we are?
No.
No. So is it going to wake up?
No.
No. The awakening of the self is coming to that, because what has to happen in order to have that self, we think, in order for us to think that that's our self, what do we have to do?
Identify with it.
We have to identify with it and forget
Our true self.
our true selves. We have to put on our Halloween costume and forget we actually put one on. We are the sun, and we believe we're the moon. And the moon thinks it's self-illuminative. Thinks, and it does not know it gets its light from the sun. So the awakening of the self is the, oh my God, wow, wow. And it's this wonderful, amazing experience of breaking through and seeing, I am not what I've identified with. That is not me. I so shrunk myself. I so made myself so small. That isn't who I really am. Never was. Can't be. Can't be. So once we've had that experience, then what has to happen is this. And this is Evelyn Underhill. This experience, if it is to be complete, if it is to involve the definite emergence of the self, from the prison of I-hood, its setting out upon the mystic way requires an act of concentration on the self's part as the complement of its initial act of expansion. What does that mean?
And you have to work.
You have to work in order to make this complete. So you have an awakening, you have a born again experience, you break through, you've got this thing. You have to then make it conscious. It has to be complete, we have to put in the right self-effort. And the right self-effort is letting go of everything that we've wrongly identified with, which means it's letting go of everything that hurts us. Everything that keeps us from being who we truly are, which is the experience of love. And not nice love, not friendly love, love. All the time. And at that point, when we do that, when we have worked to do that, and we're off what I call the grid, then we are always appropriate. Up until that point, can we be always appropriate?
No.
No. Why not?
Everything has to go towards supporting that system.
That's right. So we will unwittingly think we are doing a good thing. We are going for a good thing, when in fact, we are just supporting our system. So, and breaking down that system is what is called ego death. Breaking wrong identification. And ego death, as I've said before, hurts. It's not fun. It's not, oh wow, positive moment of the day. It will not be. Just isn't. We worked really hard to build a prison, and then we're just going to go a la peanut butter sandwiches. Poof, I'm fine now. No. It takes work. So as we dig deeper and deeper, we have to go back and look at what do I choose? What have I chosen as my essential vibration over love? Very important. What have I chosen instead of love? Yeah.
And just because we talked about like our bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
So really, you're saying it's our bottom line,
Mm-hmm.
but that bottom line changes, or it can change as you work through.
As you go deeper, then you're going to find, oh, I got bottom line up to there. Clean that out. Oh, no, that wasn't real, that from there of the moment. That's why there's more than one ego death. People keep thinking, oh, I had an ego death, I'm done now. No, there's going to be many, 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 many ego deaths. And each time we get deeper, it's going to be subtler, it's going to be more expansive and a sight. So what we see is, oh my God, this informs even further. This informs everything. So we think that bottom line of the moment informs everything, but it's still, in some ways, it's going to be not as subtle, not as expansive as the next one.
And in that,
So that the next one, the next thing that we see, will have informed that, even that bottom line.
and then when we go through,
Did everyone just get that? That's very important. that what we thought was the bottom line was in fact informed by the next bottom line.
Which would, so then, and then from there, that next bottom line, that's where you have like this seed of this, and then this seed of that, and so it kind of you have these like little pop-ups on that, that new baseline, and then it kind of like, almost like it's like an inverted pyramid or something.
Right, you're going to, yes, exactly. You're going to get, so it gets deeper and deeper and deeper. Yes. Okay, so today we're going to do a foursquare on the vibration of the next level. And this is how I want you to get to it. And did people read my blog? What? Don't waste time.
Mhm.
I almost put don't waste my time. Okay.
We're working on it.
So in the I talk about ignorance, correct? And the understanding that ignorance is taking pain and misery to be pleasurable. Right? Which then means, and then we identify with it, whatever it is that we've done, we've taken, and then we are attracted to certain things because of it, we're repulsed by certain things because of it, and then we're going to cling to our life with all of the strength and power because this is who we are. It's not a prison, it's me. Right? Okay. So the way we have to get to it is we have to get to another vibration, a vibration that we love. Though we might say we don't love it.
We wouldn't do it if we didn't love it.
We wouldn't do it if we didn't love it. And so we have to start looking at what vibration do I use and have the most of. When I put myself in a situation, whether it's work or relationships, or whatever, what is the vibration I pick and choose? Okay, you can tell them what yours is, because we did it.
Okay, we did this morning. And I always say that, you know, you hit pay dirt when it's, I call it sour milk, the one you just don't like. So mine was uneasiness, irritated, that's the biggie. Calm, numb, inert, and aware. So I go uneasiness, irritated, back and forth with numb, inert, when I think I'm doing calm and aware.
Mm-hmm. So he doesn't call uneasy and irritable uneasy and irritable. He calls it what?
Calm.
Calm.
No.
Aware.
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 He calls it, he's being aware. He's being alerted to something. I'm uneasy and irritable. I am now focused on that thing. So he could have picked the thing that would have been common in the room, but he picks the thing because he needs to be aware. So he picks the thing where he's going to vibrate uneasy and irritable because he calls it being aware. He's now aware. And then his tendency is to then do what when you're aware?
Numb out.
Yeah, he runs. Some people, when they're in that place, they like to fight. So they go right in for the kill. Okay, they're aware and they go into the fight. He runs. So his thing is he goes immediately to numb and inert. He avoids.
Like a marathon. Like a marathon runner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's exactly it. So that's what he does. And so he's avoiding discomfort, he thinks, and thinks he's trying to be calm.
Right.
But what happens when we're numb and inert?
Nothing.
It's not nothing.
No.
We're vibrating.
We're vibrating. We're vibrating. Where are we going to see the next?
No,
No.
it's gonna come hit me.
It's going to hit us again. We don't see anything. And we're dead. So we're not trying to be calm and aware. We're trying to be dead. Darkness. Not here. And so that then when we wake up, because we're going to be completely blind to it, we're going to wake up when the next thing makes us aware. Wakes us up from our inert numbness, and all of a sudden, and now I am back to irritable and uneasy.
Right.
And then I gotta run from that.
Right. What you avoid comes in front of you.
It's a circle.
Right.
So you run right back into it. Run right back into it. You're a marathon runner
Right.
running in a circle. So does that make sense?
Right.
And so then he can see all his decisions in life were based on that foursquare. And he didn't call I'm numb and inert. He called I'm calm. So you're above it all.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're awake, aware, awake, and then you're calm. And that's how you handle life. And why isn't it working for you? And that would be the question. Why isn't it working for me? Why aren't I happy?
Because I haven't moved out of first grade in that regard.
Right, because I've called something that it wasn't. I've called a vibration that can never actually make me aware.
Right.
Aware.
So the irony with avoidance is all you get is avoidance.
That's right.
It's kind of an ironic
Right.
trait.
So he could have had irritable and uneasy, and maybe it would have been for somebody else. They could have that vibration, and it says for them, fight. You know, go in there and attack, kill, attack. Yeah, stand up for self. You know, it can have all different things because we're talking about a vibration now. Is this making sense? So what was yours?
I have to work the hardest. I have to do most of the work. There's no time for me. I'm always busy and overwhelmed. Most of my life is doing what has to be done, not what I'd like to do. I'm always sacrificing myself, and I have to fight.
So what's the vibration called? Because see, what you've got is you've got thought forms. Now you've got to get to the vibration. What's the vibration?
Almost feels like misery.
Yeah, no, that's like,
Too general.
that's too general.
Mhm.
You have overwhelmed. What else does she have?
Like beleaguered or.
Beleaguered is a great word for you.
Yeah.
Give her another card. She needs to. Overwhelmed, beleaguered. Making sense?
Yes.
Okay. Different from yours.
Mm-hmm.
So you walk into the room and you're looking for irritable and uneasy.
Yes.
Oh, let me talk to you. And I'm going to know, right? You do beleaguered, overwhelmed. You walk into a room and you're already, it's at you. What's the opposite of beleaguered, overwhelmed?
At ease, or like you're
Yeah.
Bored?
No.
No.
It's almost like, it's not, it's like just enough. You know, it's the porridge was too hot, the porridge was too cold. No, just enough, just right.
Mm.
It has a contentment component in it.
That resonates for me.
Yeah. Is contentment an option for you? No. Just enough. Satisfied.
Yeah. Contentment to me sounds right. Beleaguered,
Yeah,
content.
contentment, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so positive of beleaguered, overwhelmed.
User.
Yeah. Accomplish.
Right.
Accomplish.
Self-importance and
So,
something?
yeah, it has
Yeah.
self-importance. Absolutely, it has tremendous self-importance. Yes. But it's not a negative. It can't be, this is supposed to be positive. So, accomplish.
Important.
Important and accomplish.
Needed.
Needed.
It's a
Yeah.
permanent service.
Yeah. Huge. Okay, and the negative of content, complacent, lazy. Excuse me. Yeah, I will not. Another card. He hasn't. John?
Oh, I got tons here.
This making sense? Will you do anything so that you will not be called lazy?
Yes.
Cool. I need you at my house. I have some things I need done. Yeah. You will do beleaguered in order not to be lazy. So it goes to, the fact is, it's a vibration, correct? It has a vibration, which then you call, do you need that vibration in order to accomplish? Yes. And if we were to look up and really experience the difference between accomplishing and accomplishment and that to accomplish and to overwhelm, and they're very different vibrations. You conflated. So under the word accomplish, you've got the vibration of beleaguered and overwhelmed.
Well, I believe that is the only way I can accomplish it. And if I don't
Right.
have that energy, I won't get there.
Right, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. He needs to be irritable and uneasy in order to be aware to what's happening in the world. You just heard that. Good. So that then what happens is we then, because of that vibration, we're going to notice in the room, in the environment that we're in, all the things that will encourage that vibration, the maintenance of that vibration. So we live, and when I say room, I mean the world, we live in an environment that keeps us in that vibration, that supports the vibration. And so, yoga, chitta, vritti, nirodha. Yoga is the stilling of all the modifications of chitta, the medium. This needs to be stilled. Solving it by going out and changing the environment is not going to happen. Every time, even if you get the parking space,
Right.
you'll probably be irritable the next minute, or you won't get it in you won't be able to park it or something. Something will happen because the environment is not what's causing this. The environment supports our vibrations.
And you can take away everything in the environment and still.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. And that's the point. That was the point in living in Ganeshpuri, in the ashram, where you take away everything and we got stripped and we got to see, if we wanted to see, oh, I still have that vibration. That vibration has nothing to do with what's out there. I want to have it be. So what's the good news in this?
You can change it.
You can change it. You can change it. We have choice here. Totally have choice. We can change it.
You need someone to point it out to, or a community or something, because you can't see it yourself, so.
Usually, yes. Unless you've done exactly, you have to go through, and this is where Evelyn Underhill, people remember what's the next chapter after self-awakening? Awakening of the self. Purification. Have to go through purgatory. Have to.
So to me, the linchpin is discipline. One I've had a big issue with. So I don't know if it's just discipline is the core to everything, or whether that's part of my four square. Lack of discipline, is that part of the four square, or is that just
It can
bigger
be.
than it?
It can be. Discipline is a quality that you have to have.
Right.
You have to, and you can develop it.
Because with like numb, inert, that you're going. That's to me
But,
lack of discipline, or maybe I'm confusing that.
okay, so here's the deal. Are you disciplined in your following of being inert?
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
You're very successful. You've practiced this very, very one-pointedly, correct?
Yes.
There you go. You have discipline.
Thank you. I feel better. No, but recently I just joined the gym, and that requires no. But I view that as a way of training.
What does it require besides discipline? Yeah. Will.
Well, right.
Will. A purified will.
Yes.
So you had great discipline to be inert.
Yes.
You did not, and you used your will
Yeah.
in that direction. We have to have a purified will in order to then change.
Right.
Yeah. So a lot of times it will require an outside source. Absolutely, what you were saying. Absolutely, you have to have a teacher to help that. And so, as a lot of people will do, they'll read the books of really acceptable beings that are out there. They'll read the books that talk about all the wonderful things of reality, of concepts, and they're all beautiful. They're all really nice and beautiful. And then they admire these people. And are they doing any work?
No.
Not necessarily. It just sugarcoats their system until they surrender to a rather, can be, unpleasant, unpleasant environment for what? The small self. An unpleasant environment for the small self. And how many people have been here, that are here, been through an ego death? And what happened at the end of it? Were you more miserable or what?
Free.
Free.
Lighter.
Lighter. Lighter is such a common expression, which then supports, oh, here I go again. Okay, let me jump into this more. Let me be willing to do that. Willing. As I purify my will, I will be more willing to do that. Making sense? It's not going to be pleasant for the small self. Sadhana, spiritual practice, is not purgatory, is not pleasant for the small self, no matter what tradition you're in. But if I'm identified with the small self, then I'm going to say about purgatory, you're mean, it's bad, it's wrong, and I'm not doing it. And this isn't about God. This isn't supporting us going forward. But it's not true. Not true. So discernment has got to be there. Anybody else want to? Their card. Okay.
I don't know. What I would say it's different things. It's been different things. Is it?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Is it? I mean, I identify with overwhelmed and beleaguered. Certainly, that's
That's not you.
dissatisfied. I mean, that always seemed like the. So I'm not clear
Mm-hmm.
what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Unhappy, just unhappy, basic unhappy.
How about wounded?
Wounded.
Anybody? Mm-hmm. Wounded.
That was the exact reaction I had this morning. Like, huh?
Wounded.
Wounded.
Yeah.
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 Wounded.
Okay. Yeah.
Do people say it or know her?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't this physical and thing that you're going through, it wounds you. It's wounded you. It's wounded your life. You have people who wound you.
Yes. Okay. I accept this.
Yeah, you got this.
So the
Yeah,
opposite-
he's looking like, oh yeah.
So the opposite of wounded would be
Anybody?
whole, complete, or
Accepting.
okay.
What?
Healed.
Healed?
Healthy.
Healthy. It has a healthy
Healthy.
quality, but it's a healthy and a wholesome.
Well,
Well. Yeah.
More like, well,
Yeah.
yeah, well, not.
Well.
Well,
Sounds
Well.
like a warrior, like some word like that. Instead of one, did you have
Yeah.
your soul?
The hero component of complete. It has a complete component. Wounded is, yeah, it has a little bit of complete and Victoria, but not victorious because you're having fight. But yes, in the warrior thing, it does have that quality of complete.
triumph,
Surmounted.
surmount.
That's yeah,
That's the
Stronger. You know, in other words,
yeah.
instead of getting wounded by these things, they make you stronger. No, it does some.
Yeah, it does. It is.
I'm not
It
sure
is
that's
all
right.
those words. You gotta
Yeah.
find, but it is a. There's a. If you are complete, invincible, you know, that's the invincible component. You can't be wounded. If you are complete and whole, there's nothing that can be taken out. There's nothing that could be. There's no
there's nothing that could have been wounded.
wounded. Exactly. There's the invincible. Yeah, invincible's a good word for that. Okay, the positive of wounded.
Sensitive.
Sensitive. Yeah. And the negative of invincible. Cold. Unfeeling.
I like the unfeeling.
Yeah, unfeeling.
You know.
Can you see this?
Yes, but I'm not sure exactly how I play it out exactly. I
Just think of work.
work.
Just think of work. And you workers.
Well, they see me as cold and insensitive,
And you
Some-
get wounded.
and I get wounded. Yeah.
And you do back and forth. Wounded, cold and invincible. And you then get cold, you get, I'm not gonna get hurt, I'm not gonna get this.
It's still a little,
Think about what you want it to be and then go to the opposite and that's what it is. usually.
Yeah.
so I think I'm being sensitive when I'm really being wounded.
And you think you're being invincible. Clear would be a word you'd use.
Well, actually, I think a lot of times I think that if I'm clear, that I'm being cold and unfeeling.
Clear is invincible.
Yeah, I like clear better than invincible there, as opposed to wounded.
Yeah.
Okay.
You seeing this?
Yes.
Think of your doctors. Think of people who have, they don't get back to you. You've got a whole series of things that get you wounded.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're wounded, you get to be sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
You get to feel. Anybody else? Yeah, okay.
I don't know if I'm making this up. It has like an almost. It has just a bunch of inadequate, struggle, conflict, fear, anxiety. These are things I seem to go back to.
Mm-hmm. So you do a little bit of somebody that we know does aggravated. Do you do agitated?
Sure.
Aggravated, agitated, annoyed. Irritated.
There tends to be like
What
a lack of somewhere. You know what I mean? A blame for myself somewhere.
Oh, you do blame. You blame yourself. Do you blame yourself?
You know? I'm
So
getting more-
self-inflicted wounds. You do self-inflicted wounds.
Sure, I'll torture myself.
Okay, so we can do torture. So you do torment.
Torment.
Ah, yes. Woo! Got that one. Bingo. Torment.
I'll say that. I'm tormenting myself. Help me.
Yeah, okay. Torment. Opposite of torment.
Nurture.
Peace. Nurture. Torment.
Let's be.
Nourish. Nourish. No, let's be is, no.
Nurture.
Nurture and nourish. Nurture and nourish. Anyone else have any? Do you nurture and nourish yourself? Okay. That would be no never. Okay, positive of torment. Ooh. Positive of.
Critical? Like, not negative critical.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
Critique. That in that sense of analysis.
Yeah.
It's a motivating thing.
Hyper alert somehow.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say vigilant or
Vigilant.
It's like a staying on top of yourself kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, absolutely. There's a better, I'm like looking for that
Yeah,
word because
right.
vigilant is a component, but it is,
Alert.
it's alert. It has an aware thing.
It's
like
still not
like
there.
It's not there. It's like ever vigilant, or it has that.
obsessively so.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a martyr hero.
Yeah, it has an accepting quality, but
Mm-hmm.
Self-effacing.
No. No, because she does intensity.
Okay.
She does intensity. So so torment would not be the self-inflicting, the oh my God. She'll do that later when
Right.
she's doing peaceful, but
Okay.
when she's nourishing herself negatively.
Yeah.
But
okay.
it's the torment is the
Could it be nourish? Because the torment is sort of like,
no, because we already have that. Yeah.
Resilient?
No, because it's like put down vigilant at this point for the moment.
Hypervigilant.
Hyper vigilant. It is like all very intensely vigilant is what you would be, which is what that torment is.
Mm-hmm.
You're always on you.
Yes.
Always on you,
Always.
which is that critical component. Always on you. And then what's the negative of nurture and nourish?
Starve.
A negative. No.
It's the negative,
No.
not opposite, negative.
Coddle,
Indulge.
enable.
Coddle, enable, indulge.
yeah, tormenting is an indulging activity, the torment, self-torment.
Right. So when she torments herself in all kinds of ways. So she indulges. Yeah, you either indulge. That makes sense?
I don't nourish appropriately, I indulge.
Yes.
There's like a, when you're talking about torment and positive, it has like an ascetic or a self-denial quality to it.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, that's where
Non-indulgent.
right. It is non-indulgent. It is the torment thing. That's where the ever vigilant, always on herself.
Mm-hmm.
It would be always judging, always critiquing, always
Just holding yourself up.
to a higher,
Yeah.
to the ultimate higher standard. Right.
Could it be
Which is why you said martyr. Martyr. Or something.
torment? Could it be non-judgmental? Does that make sense?
Not towards myself.
No, that isn't. Each
Yeah.
person's different.
Yeah.
So what you want to look at, that vibration that you do,
Mm-hmm.
which is when you're always on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Okay.
I feel it.
Yeah, you feel it right now.
Mhm.
Okay. You call it what? Because you don't do it because you call it, I torment myself. It has a where quality and an aware.
It's like on it, working,
Striving.
No, it has a,
Protecting?
no,
No.
no. It is in investigating. She investigates. She is delving into. She's working it. She's that's why I said always on herself.
Mhm.
She's always dissecting her behaviors. Yeah, that's it. That is what it is. Do you
She's
understand?
intensely involved
Intensely involved. That's exactly what yes, she's
with whatever.
with whatever. It's intensely involved. But it's involved with an awareness, it's intensely, involved would be actually there. She's always critiquing it. So she's intensely not involved. She's intensely critical. So you could do intensely critical for the positive of torment.
it's for the betterment. In
Yeah,
my,
that's how you see
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
For the betterment.
Mhm.
That's exactly what you see.
Mhm.
It's for the betterment. That's why you do it. And then the nourish, it would be indulge, which would mean what? When you nourish and nurture, you indulge, you let off the hook.
Mhm.
That's what it is. When you indulge, you let off the hook.
Mhm.
That's exactly what it is. That is it. And there's that vibration of, you back off, you let off the hook. You're not going to, you're being kind to yourself, sort of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, being,
yeah, yeah, definitely off the hook. We're gonna take a break for now.
That's exactly it. We're going to take a break for now. And that's when you get into trouble. So you get into trouble in both of those. It's a vibration. So you don't have to, and that's what we're saying, you don't have to have anything outside. It's a vibration that we choose to do. That makes us know we're us. That's me. That's me. Is this making sense? Okay. Yeah. So, I'm going to read this again, just as we finish this. Again, it's page 195 of Mysticism. This experience, if it is to be complete, if it is to involve the definite emergence of the self from the prison of I-hood, its setting out upon the mystic way requires an act of concentration on the self's part as the complement of its initial act of expansion. We have to make an absolute and definite commitment. Definite commitment. And it says a definite and personal relation must be set up between the self and the absolute life.
And the what?
Absolute life. We have to make a commitment, and it has to be. Otherwise, we go nowhere. So what do you do with this now? You don't put it in your drawer or just throw it out, or no, now you wrestle with this. The goal is to get 8 yeses. Do I do this? Is this me? Yes. Is it okay with me? Yes. And it will take time. But we then get to see, first we're going to go out in the world and we're going to see, oh my God, there it is. It's here, it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here. It's everywhere. Everywhere. Okay? And it is a vibration that I choose to have. And am I willing to still it? And there'll be no. A lot of no's. And so, okay, then I want to then choose. And this is what has to be. To choose to be with that vibration. Let whatever come up, and function efficiently on the physical plane. I'm going to be with this. This is the vibration I love. This is what I choose to do. And I'm going to allow myself to even experience that I have it. I'm not going to pretend it's caused by something outside. I can have this experience wherever and whenever. And I'm just going to be with it. And then, slowly, as it begins to still, we then get a separation of it and see this isn't us. And that we see, oh, I called it this, but it was actually that. Need to do that a lot. I call this motivation. It's actually frustration. I got to call it what it is. There's where our words, our letters completely imprison us. call it what it actually is. I'm not aware. I'm irritable and uneasy. That's the vibration I've got.
I'm not trying to better myself, I'm tormenting myself.
Exactly.
And it's like it works both both ways, because I'll call it wounded, inappropriately, and then I'll call it cold,
Yes, we conflate the words.
Conflate it all.
We conflate it all, and we put the wrong definitions under the words. Totally put the wrong definitions into the words. Our job is to be able to own them all, know what calm is, know what the vibration of calm actually is, and the difference, which is like this, of inertia, completely different. But know that what that vibration of inertia is, inert. Know what the vibration of torment is, and know what the vibration of what would be actually betterment. Know what beleaguered vibration is, and know what the accomplished actually is. They're very different vibrations. And as we do that, then we can, do I do beleaguered? Yes. Is that okay with me? Yes. Do I do accomplished? Yes. Is it okay with me? Yes. You have to know them all. Accept them all. Then we actually can choose appropriately. And then what I was saying at the beginning about love, what happens is the vibration, and remember all these vibrations come from love. It's all just twisted love. That's why we call them all good words, positive words. And as we disentangle, as we let them just be and still those vibrations, what actually does emerge is that love. And it's who we really are. So that sadhana is the removal of wrong understanding, not so that then we can go hunting for ourselves and create a self. No, who we are is already there. It's already there. It's removal of our wrong understanding. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.